A human settlement on the moon in 10 years. SpaceX's Moon City plan. The fear, the cost, and the full story of the future. Imagine this. One night you look up at the sky and on that very moon, long seen only as a poet's imagination, you see human lights flickering. The fear is whether humanity is now preparing to leave Earth behind. The curiosity is whether a human settlement on the moon can really come up in the next 10 years. And the story matters because this isn't just about space exploration. It could be the beginning of the next chapter of human civilization. At the center of this story is one of the world's most talked about industrialists, Elon Musk, and his company SpaceX. At a time when the world is struggling with inflation, wars, and a climate crisis, one man is saying that humans must become multiplanetary. But this time, the destination isn't Mars. It's the moon. Elon Musk himself has said that SpaceX has, for now, paused its old Mars City dream and shifted its full focus to building a human settlement on the moon, one that can gradually grow on its own. He claims this can be done in less than 10 years, while doing the same on Mars could take more than 20 years. This statement isn't just a dream. It reflects a major shift in SpaceX's strategy. The question now is, why move focus from Mars to the moon? The answer lies less in space science and more in logistics and economics. According to Musk, going to Mars depends on planetary alignment. Only once every 26 months does a proper window open when Earth and Mars line up. Miss that window, and the next chance comes 2 years later. In contrast, the moon is just 3 days away, and theoretically, launches can happen every 10 days. This easy access makes the moon far more practical in SpaceX's eyes. Frequent launches, the ability to send cargo again and again, and the option to return quickly in emergencies. All of this makes the moon far more attractive than Mars. Musk clearly says that when building a civilization, frequency is the biggest strength. The more often you can reach a place, the faster you can build infrastructure. That doesn't mean the Mars dream is over. Musk has repeatedly said that Mars remains part of SpaceX's long-term vision. He believes the moon will act as a testing ground. Technologies will mature there, systems will become reliable, and within 5 to 7 years, work on a Mars city could begin. In that sense, the moon could become the stepping stone to Mars. But Elon Musk's timelines have always been controversial. Critics say Musk often gives optimistic deadlines that later need revision. History supports this. In 2011, he told the Wall Street Journal that, in the best case, SpaceX astronauts could reach Mars in 10 years. Then in 2016, he said that if funding and technology aligned, humans could reach Mars by 2024. Those dates came, changed, and kept moving forward. That's why when Musk talks about a moon city today, the world splits into two camps. On one side are those who see it as the biggest leap of the future. On the other are those who call it hype. But the difference this time is that SpaceX is no longer just a private dream. It has become NASA's most important contractor. NASA's Artemis program is the biggest example of this. The goal of the Artemis mission is to send humans back to the moon and establish a long-term presence there. According to NASA's current plan, astronauts are supposed to land on the moon's surface under the Artemis 3 mission by mid-2027. However, this schedule has already faced multiple delays. Experts say more delays are possible, because the lunar lander being built by SpaceX is not yet fully ready. Despite this, SpaceX's confidence hasn't dropped. Musk believes that once the initial missions succeed, the pace of building infrastructure on the moon will become exponential. His vision isn't just about planting flags, but about creating a city where energy, oxygen, water, and food systems gradually become self-sustaining. Politics also plays an important role here. During US President Donald Trump's term, there was a major shift in space policy. The Trump administration clearly stated that it wanted to see Americans on the moon by 2028. Executive orders were issued for this purpose. The focus was more on the moon than Mars, perfectly aligning with NASA's Artemis program. This shift was different from Trump's earlier statements, where he spoke about planting the American flag on Mars by the end of his term. But strategically, the moon was seen as a more realistic target. And this realism gave SpaceX's plan a new direction. Now comes the biggest question. Cost. Building a human settlement on the moon sounds exciting, but it's equally expensive. According to reports, government space agencies could spend more than $100 billion just to reach lunar orbit. This includes rockets, training, safety systems, and decades of research. For private companies, the costs are even more staggering. Estimates suggest that taking a single passenger to lunar orbit on a private mission could cost anywhere from $100 to $750 million per seat. The price is high because it factors in risk, insurance, and limited capacity. Looking at history, the 1969 Apollo 11 mission is still considered a benchmark. That mission saw Neil Armstrong step onto the moon for the first time. At the time, its cost was around $350 million, but adjusted for inflation, that equals roughly $250 billion today. NASA's current Artemis program isn't cheap either. Experts estimate that reaching the moon and carrying out the initial missions alone could cost around $95 billion. And that's just the beginning. If a permanent presence is to be established, the figure will climb even higher. So the question is, How will SpaceX manage all this? The answer lies in SpaceX's reusable rocket model. The strategy of reusing rockets like Falcon 9 and Starship dramatically reduces launch costs. Musk claims this model is what can make Moon City financially feasible. Starship, in particular, is considered the backbone of this plan. It's a massive spacecraft capable of carrying huge amounts of cargo, equipment, and eventually humans to the moon in a single trip. If Starship becomes fully operational, sending building materials, solar panels, and life support systems to the moon could become far cheaper than ever before. But along with technology come human challenges. Gravity on the moon is 6 times lower than on Earth. Radiation levels are higher, temperatures are extreme, and the atmosphere is almost non-existent. Keeping humans there for long periods isn't just an engineering challenge. It's a test of biology and psychology as well. Experts believe Moon City will initially be built underground or inside heavily shielded structures to protect against radiation. Plans involve extracting oxygen and water from lunar ice. Solar energy will be the primary power source. Life on the moon, then, wouldn't be science fiction. It would be applied science. Still, fear remains. Is humanity ready to settle on another celestial body so quickly? Will this become just a playground for rich nations and corporations? Or will it be an insurance policy for all of humanity, as Musk claims? Elon Musk's argument is clear. He says that if a major extinction-level event happens on Earth, humanity should have a backup. Settlements on the Moon and Mars are part of that backup. Critics call this escapism. Supporters call it a survival strategy. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. The next 10 years could be the most decisive years in space history. If SpaceX succeeds in its Moon City vision, it will be a moment as big as Columbus discovering a new world. And if it fails, it will remind us of the limits of human ambition.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.